Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Kit Conspiracy, which I am combining today with Mixed Media Mayhem. Our recipe for today involved metal and some sort of texture paste. And I am trying to remember the third thing. Oh my goodness, when I remember it, I will tell you. I know, that's terrible. I don't even know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up and tell you. But anyway, I have a couple of photos, or actually a single photo. I don't know why all of my photos this week are single photos. I believe it is because I'm using old photos and I don't have like a lot of things from events from these old photos. So I'm just using what I've got. So this particular photo is of me at a orchestra, getting ready for an orchestra recital, and I was about 9 years old in this. So, yeah, it's the only photo that I have. Okay, so we are supposed to be using floral, texture paste, and metal. So my floral is the floral paper. I am going to be using some texture paste on here, and then I do have a metal piece that I'm going to be using as well. You can kind of see it right next to the bottom right-hand side of the ink pad that I'm using, which is some, I believe it's ground espresso that I've pulled out today. I need to probably re-ink my walnut stain, which is what I normally use in brown, but I really am enjoying the really dark richness of this ground espresso. It's kind of almost black with these papers. So that's why I'm using that. I am going to pull out these additional papers, and I'm going to cut up some of the elements. I'm going to pull out the little Polaroid frame here. I'm going to fussy cut that out, and then I'm going to fussy cut out some of the other Polaroids from that other paper that I just had on the desk there, and those are going to be some of my embellishment areas. So yeah, that's what we're doing here. um I am not going to cut out the centers of these Polaroids. I'm going to leave the centers intact, mostly because I've got a lot of busyness going on in the background here, and I feel like this is going to give your eye a place to rest. So this is going to be kind of my solids, if you will, and then there are going to be some embellishments that are layered over top, so that's going to kind of cut down on the amount of solid that's already showing. So I think this is going to work really well, and I'm really kind of happy with the progress that I've come up with here. Also, I'm using B sides today. My previous two layouts were using the A sides, so I wanted to do something a little bit different and use a B side to kind of change it up and use a couple of the different papers. So the floral was not a complete sheet because I did fussy cut out a bunch of those florals and use on one of the earlier layouts this week. And so I am just going to, cover the opposite side of it, or the right-hand side of it, with the back of one of the other papers that I did not use the whole thing of. I believe that was the paper that I cut the little frames out of for my layout on Wednesday. Okay, so while I do this, I want to remind you to go check out everyone else playing along with Mixed Media Mayhem using the three items that I just mentioned, florals, texture paste, and metal. Also, go and check out MK's channel to see what she is doing for Kit Conspiracy today using the same kit. And there are links down below for all of those things, as well as the Mixed Media Mayhem Facebook group, so you can go and check out the albums there and see all of the upcoming inspiration or recipes that are slated for or throughout the rest of the year. So you can play along if you'd like, or if you just want to get inspiration, you know where to go and check that out. I am terrible about remembering to go and post in the albums what my layout is, but I do post in the Facebook group on the main page. So I apologize if you're not seeing my stuff under those albums for past inspiration, but they are in the Facebook group. So you can always do a search on my name and find that there. Sometimes I have a really difficult time keeping up with the social media aspect of posting, and it is additional steps to go ahead and put it in the album and the day gets away from me and then I completely forget about it. So I apologize for that. You can also join my Facebook group, which I do post in regularly. It's not been super active other than people posting here and there in it. It's not, I haven't been doing challenges or anything like that over there, or even Facebook Lives, because now they only keep them for 30 days. So I haven't kind of figured out if I'm going to just move that over to YouTube or what. But at some point, I would like to pick up doing the lives again for you guys. But anyway, uh, pardon me, my voice is a little bit scratchy this morning. So I am distressing all of my little pieces here with my Some Assemblage Required Distress tool. That's going to rough up all of the edges, and then I'm going to darken them all up with more of that ground espresso color. And then I am using this stencil from Minte. I'm going to use, at least I believe this is the stencil that I'm going to go with. Maybe I end up pulling out a different one. Yeah, I think I ended up pulling out a different one. Um, we'll see. Yeah, I did two layouts back to back that used stencils, and I'm not sure which one had which layout on it, to be honest with you. So I guess we're going to see that here in just a bit. But using my liquid glue to adhere everything down, I did pop some of the pieces up onto some foam tape. The frame, the Polaroid frame with the camera lens in it, that one is popped up onto some foam tape. And the florals that I'm going to add are going to be popped up onto some foam tape, as well as the piece that has the metal charm. And I think it's going to look good. So I'm just using some of my Stampin' Up! Twine, or I guess it's called linen thread, to hold this metal piece in place. And I'm really liking the way that that's going to come out. I can't even remember actually what the metal piece says off the top of my head. And my brain fog is real this morning, you guys. I really am sorry about that. It's been kind of a bit of a long week here, and I have not, it's been sitting here waiting to be voiced for a bit. So, yeah, my brain is a little bit foggy on all of it. Ah, goodness. If only it could work a little better, that would be so great. Anyway, I am just marking out where the pieces are going to go so that I can put my texture paste down without getting it on anything, and making sure that I just get it in the areas that I need it. I think I'm going to be using the wordy bits here, so the script, and I really like how this script looks. It's kind of like a really nice small script compared to some of my stencils that have script on them, but it's kind of, the openings are a lot larger. I really like this one, that it's nice and delicate looking. So that's kind of fun. Um, okay, so this is pretty much what it's going to look like. I am going to cut out the word orchestra using that Sizzix dies that I just showed you. And I'm cutting them out of the kind of turquoisey teal color. And I'm just going to put them at the bottom of this right hand most frame, and I like how that looks. It's a really nice size of a font. So when you're looking at dies that have multiple things in it, like I looked at it and went, oh, it's an Easter font. It says hippity hop, but it has the entire alphabet in it. Don't discount those, because sometimes those um, are just, perfect for what you're working on. So I am going to go ahead and glue those down using a little liquid glue. I did not pop those up onto foam or anything like that. I'm just using a little liquid glue on the back of my hand to tap them into. This is a technique I use often, and I feel like it's very useful because it keeps me from setting my papers down in a pile of glue that's on my desk. Also, my hand is right there, so it's super handy. And pardon the pun there. Yeah, but it is very handy to just keep everything close and um, at hand, if you will. Oh my goodness, that was ridiculous. Bad dad jokes, right? Uh, so here we go. I am going to go ahead and adhere all of this down, and then I'm just going to do a tiny bit of journaling right underneath where it says orchestra. Basically, that I'm at an orchestra recital, and I still can't read music. Yeah, I don't know how I ever made it through 3 years of orchestra. I think I would go home and just memorize everything that I needed to do because I cannot read the music. Um, I think part of it is tracking it from afar on the when it's sitting on the music stand and all of that. And yeah, my brain just does not work that fast. I think I don't know. I don't know what it is, but music is definitely not my thing. That's not the creative portion of my brain that I am very good at. And even after 3 years of trying, it didn't go well. But so yeah, so I'll just stick with paper arts, right? Everybody's got to find what they're good at and use that to their benefit. Okay, I am also using this little turquoise heart. I'm going to put that in the little frame there. And I have some acrylic music notes from MK that I'm going to use. And these are quite old. They've been around for a while in my stash. I don't know if they're available in the shop, but I will link them down below in case if I do find them over in her shop. And I will also link up her distress tool, which if it's out of stock, just put your name on the list that you are interested in it, and you'll get a notification when she's got them back in the shop. I know she's got a redesign going on to incorporate her new logo in it. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see what that's going to look like. But they'll be updated in the shop before too long, I am sure. So I'm just going to use some glue dots to hold all of these little acrylic pieces down and get those in place. I do want to wish you guys all a very, very happy Thanksgiving weekend. If you were in the States and celebrated Thanksgiving yesterday or this weekend at all, I am currently traveling, so visiting my family in Idaho and I'm sure, having a wonderful time there. I am actually doing this voiceover while I am on the road. So, yeah, lots of fun there. That's probably why I am a little bit raspy and a little bit not in my right mind. But anyway, adding a few sequins here and there just to kind of finish it off, give it a little bit of a polish look to it, and get those little small bits on there, which I've kind of been lacking in doing lately, using my crystal katana to get all of those placed. And that is pretty much it, you guys. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have questions or comments, as always, leave those down below. I will get back to you as quickly as I can. I think I am now caught up on answering all of the comments that I have had left that people have left for me earlier in the month. So hopefully I don't get as behind. I really appreciate you guys being patient with me, and I will be back again with another video December 1st using wood grain in winter and the advent calendar. I will see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.